That's not.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not because
Move my mic.
you're gonna move your mic.
I'm gonna move my mic. Are you ready?
Go. Yeah. No, we're on. We're
on.
Yeah.
We're on. Hey,
Okay.
we're on. Hey, how y'all doing today? Baby, it's Sunday. I am so terribly sorry I missed Friday, Beer and Bud Friday this week.
We had a beer and bud Saturday.
Yes,
because we needed it.
We had a whole lot of preparation to get ready for a building move. Then we did the building move. Then there was a lot of shit we had to do after the move. And so, yeah.
And there's still a lot of shit we have to do.
And there's still a lot of shit we got to do.
But today's Sunday.
That's right.
So we only did half a day's work today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket.
If you're wondering the conversation we were having just a second ago, we have to apologize to our Facebook lovers again because
our Facebook family is not showing up on the chat that's in front of me.
Nope. And this is something out of our control.
I have my iPad right here, and I can see the comments and the hearts and stuff coming up on Facebook.
Yep.
But it's mighty small writing, and I'm going to have trouble reading it. I can see the names coming up, so.
The program that we use to stream to both Facebook and YouTube is still trying to work on this, so the best we can do is just wait. So hopefully we get this settled.
Yeah, we'll get everything
soon.
settled down, and thank you, BB. That's a nice shirt, BB said. Yes, it is, because it tells the truth, baby. It says it right there. And that's what there's two things on my mind that I did notice in the news that really kind of pissed me off. One of them was Donnie was on Meet the Press thing there, Chuck Todd there, and Chuck was trying to nail him down on, hey, what's the deal here? We're sure doing a lot of deals here with Saudi Arabia, but there's still an open question about the Khashoggi murder, and Donnie did his little dance around. Oh, it's important. They buy lots of weapons from us. It's a jobs program. He said it right there. The weapon systems that we are selling, Saudi Arabia and anybody else who's got the money, is a jobs program to keep American workers busy. And that's great. We all want to see American workers busy, but let's call it what it is. It's a jobs program. It's not a defense bill. So when we add that cost into our defense spending, it's just a business, baby. We're helping major defense contractors fulfill Donnie's orders. He's out there selling all sorts of shit. So, Donnie has to, but it demonstrated in himself when he was talking about, why hadn't the FBI investigated that? Well, we don't need the FBI because there's been lots of investigations. I've seen lots of reports. And, well, what about it, And then he goes on the kick of the money. The billions of dollars that we can get from Saudi Arabia. Take the money, Chuck. Just take the money. That's what he was saying. So it kind of diminishes that thought of us being a law and order society, a nation that stands up for civil human rights, for outright murder by a leader of a country, and we turn a blind eye because it's the money, baby. We can make lots of money. Don't worry about all the shit that's going on. That's Donnie's whole selling point his whole life. Screw everything. If we're making money, just forget about it. Just do it. Lie, cheat, steal, whatever. Hack somebody up. Sure, I won't call the FBI. All that kind of shit. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It should bother you. And the other one is the story that you can't get away from right now. And it's bothering the shit out of me because you get that deep down feeling you want to do something. And that is the immigration crisis that we have on our border, the man-made crisis by Donnie the Dick that made this situation in the deplorable conditions that we're keeping migrant children in. Children. These are kids, and our government is saying you're not worth a toothbrush to take care of. We're not going to make sure you have a clean facility or clean clothes or anything else. Standing room only, it doesn't matter. No blankets, no shit. We're even going to ask you to take care of your own. We're asking 13-year-old girls to take care of 2-year-olds. This is America, baby. This is what we've become. This is what we allow in our house. And that bothers me a lot. And it should bother every American that these conditions are being continually reported on the news of this kind of bullshit that none of us would stand for. Would you allow your child to be kept in those conditions? No. No. So why would we allow anybody's child to suffer those conditions in a nation like ours? There is no reason except for hatred, the vile divisiveness that Donnie the Dick has sown in this country. That's what caused this. That's what brought this whole mess upon us. And it does. It gets you upset. It gets you pissed off. And it should all of us. We need to get that man out of our house. We need to work on it every day. In the Senate, too, because the laws need to change. Our leadership needs to change. The country needs to change. Turn its back on the kind of crap that man has been selling ever since he walked down that damn escalator and before. Man, society should have turned their back on him back during the Central Park 5. That was enough right there to disqualify anybody from ever running for president before. Nobody would ever be able to run for president that had that kind of story in their history, but not Donnie. Donnie was acceptable. Well, Donnie's past acceptable. He's unacceptable. He's an embarrassment. We saw the whole snafu this time with the Iranians, how he's going to launch them, and he saved the day within 10 minutes. You heard him talking about it. I asked my generals, how many people will die? They said, we don't know, sir. We'll get right back to you. That's bullshit. Anybody that's been in the military, at that level, at the presidential, I can only freaking imagine the assessment, the damage assessment that would be given to him prior to a target being hit. He knew damn good and well he's trying to make up, well, sir, we'll get back to you. And then I hummed around, stuck my finger up my ass, and then they came back to me and said, well, sir, we have an answer. And I said, what? And they said, yes, sir. Yeah, let's give us the whole yes, sir, they kissed your ass business. Well, you make up some bullshit story to sell to your little minions. It's a disgusting charade that's put on by this man. He's an embarrassment. Oh, I decided not to kill him because they didn't kill none of ours. Well, we're real happy you didn't pull the trigger there, asshole, because we'd all be ducking bullets sooner or later if this shit starts. Anyway, that's the world we're living in now. And until we change it, it's going to remain like this way. It's going to be another shitstorm this week. Every week is a new news story, a new news cycle, some bullshit that he does, says, or tweets out. Some command that he makes by way of Twitter that he ultimately has to regress on. Millions will be rounded up. Millions. Well, we're getting a crew together. We're going to go round up hundreds of migrants. Well, that's not good enough. I'm going to call it off. I saved the day from the bullshit you started. It's the same thing he does over and over. He sets a fire and then pisses on it and then wants to be awarded for his bravery of pissing on the fire that he started. And that's the story that we have ever since this man walked in our house. Everything, and it's embarrassing. It's enough to get any one of us pissed off. Anyway, house move went real good.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Went smoothly. Went smooth. Travis was amazed. He had a deck of cards sitting on the table.
Yes.
It didn't even knock over the deck of cards. So
nothing. I didn't doubt the ability, but it was always
you
one
doubted.
of the. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you doubted.
No, you take doubt for. It's more like I prepare for the worst. You know, it's like the worst that can happen. Something breaks, the building hits the ground, shit falls over pretty bad.
That didn't happen.
Nope, not at all. I loved it.
Ray Trejo did an
outstanding job.
And Rudy, the driver,
he was right on
it. Right on the money, baby. He knew exactly what he was doing out there. So.
And it was really cool. Like honestly, just looking at like machinery and looking at the human element, it's like wow. Man made that truck to be able to pick that thing, and also, like I always find, it's just neat.
Yeah,
it's just neat.
It's
watching something that weighs tons just glide across the ground like butter, like it was on ice. That's the best way I could describe it.
Somebody in the comments had asked me, why doesn't that thing have wheels under it? Because if it did, they'd be crushed. You couldn't put that. Massive wheels is what it would take to hold that thing up.
I can see where people are coming from though, because it does look like a mobile home.
It looks like a mobile home,
but they don't realize that's
solid steel. A roof made out of solid steel. The walls are solid steel. Has nice paneling on the inside, insulated and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But Yeah, on the outside you could take a sledgehammer up there and whack it, and whoever's inside will get pissed off at you, but you didn't hurt nothing.
No.
So that's what we got. But
it's the shelter, the hurricane shelter, and
Yeah.
more importantly,
Yeah.
it's mine
It's
and
your
Rose's house.
Yeah, it's
so
your house, man.
of course I was nervous
so
when they were
we have
moving it.
hurricanes, I come over to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sleeping on the floor tonight.
The cool thing is,
make
though,
way.
the cool thing, and this has been something we had been talking about for a long time, we have an abundance of iron left over around here from a job that we worked
Yeah,
a long time ago.
We have a lot of iron left over.
And we always dreamt about, like, one of these days, me and Tyler are going to go up there, and we're going to try to build rails on the roof and make a deck up there. But the only reason why we couldn't was there was an electric line above the building that was kind of close. So we were like, no. But now we were like, once it was moved, we were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's no more wire.
Yeah, there's no reason why y'all couldn't get up there and weld a railing all the way around it, and then weld some angle iron up there on the roof so you could, put
While
some
he's
boards
on the
up
ground
there.
telling us how to weld.
That's right.
Because I'm not going to let him lift a finger. Cause,
I lifted too much the other day.
Yes, you did.
There's one shot, if y'all have seen the video, you'll see me on one end of a large railroad tie that we were putting on the edge of that. And right after I put it down, you see me walk off to the left rather quickly.
Yeah.
Yep, right there, baby.
What I cut out
Don't do that.
What I cut out was me screaming across the yard to Dad, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
He likes to think that
That's
he's
the
built
limit,
out
my
of
friend.
iron, like that building out there.
Oh, baby, I used to. Anyway, moving on.
You still are in a way.
That's right. Solid as steel, baby. Man of steel.
Yeah.
Adapt and overcome. That's what you do.
Yes.
Who's here?
So I'm going to go through the list because we have a
Okay.
full house
Oh, we got a
today.
full house tonight.
We
We'll
got a
put the chips on the
full
table,
house.
baby. Let's
So-
go. I see Candy Guidry's watching.
Yeah.
Hello, Candy. That's
I miss
she's the margarita
seeing,
queen, baby.
I miss seeing Facebook comments up here. I'm not going to lie. The problem
know
is,
it.
people, we can't complain too much because it's a free service that we use to make sure we stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
So we have no bounds to complain. I mean, we can, but it ain't going to do a bit of good. Because it ain't just us suffering from it. It's anybody who uses the service. So anyway, I'm going to give you this
Can't see.
list. I'm going to give you this list, but I'm going to name them one by one.
Mitch Goldstein. I see him out there. Flash by.
Yeah, we got Bernadette, Bud
Hey.
One Man, Dennis, Jen, Deborah Gerlach, Keith, Lone Wolf, Mitch, Robert Elsner,
Oh, I ain't
and Velda.
Okay, you're gonna have to put it over here. 'cause
Yeah, no, I
backed
am.
out.
I'm
Okay.
just reading it out. So yeah, we got a full house. How's
got a
everybody
full
doing
house.
tonight?
And so before we get
guys.
started with everybody, I just want to say to Idiot Patrol there, thank you very much, dear.
Here's the idiot.
Thank you very much, dear.
It's my job.
It's
I made it my job.
you made it your job. If it wasn't for Deborah, we would not have been able to move that building. So, a big kudos and thanks to her for jumping in and making that kind of a donation that we could do that. Because we had a fun trying to reach that mountain, but Deborah knocked it out. So, with that, we want to say thank you very much, dear.
Hey, I don't have any kids, so that's why I adopted y'all.
Oh yeah, I'm a
There
little
you
bit
go.
older.
You could still be her kid.
Yeah,
There you go.
I could
Yeah.
not.
Hey,
Okay, I'm
that's
a couple
what
months older.
sisters
younger
do
than me.
in a family.
She's younger
It's
than me.
okay. She's still your sister. She's still
That's
in the
right.
family, and that's what sisters
I'm
do.
telling you.
Well, there you go.
I am so looking forward to San Antonio next month. Dennis Valadez sent me a picture of the Rudy's barbecue place, and barbecue looked good, baby. I'm telling you, stuff really looked good.
Oh yeah, just wait till you
So-
try it.
So
I've already got a teaser of what
I
Rudy's
know.
tastes like, and it's incredible.
I'm ready for
I
it.
don't know,
baby.
Dennis. I don't know, Dennis. Are you ready for this shit?
Oh, absolutely. I went there just to, quality control and everything.
Yeah.
There you go.
I seen.
Quality control.
Yeah, I had to test the stuff
Somebody's
before.
got to do it.
That's
Somebody's
right.
got to do it.
I seen the thumbs up review though, so there you go. I was impressed, but yeah, but I understand there was the hotel that I was hoping to stay in had some problems, Dennis.
You could say that a little
few
bit.
problems.
Half of it's ash right now.
Half of it-
God damn, half of it's ash.
Yep, had a fire. So
Oh man.
Yeah, they had a fire in the hotel that I was.
I hope your room is in the part that's not the ash.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let anybody in there for a while.
Yeah, 50% discount.
Yeah, there you go. 50% discount. Half of it's gone. I don't get to enjoy that half, so I get a free. Yeah.
I think it was a 4-story building, and it's currently about 2.5 stories.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, I saw the article, but I didn't know how bad it was. I was like, oh, shit.
Bad. Yeah.
Well, welcome to our hotel. Thanks for checking in. Would you like ash or non-ash?
Non-ash.
Would you like smoking or non-smoking?
Smoking or non-smoking?
We're in the smoking rooms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They're
we'll have
amphitheater rooms now.
Oh,
if flames
Jesus.
pop up, just let us know. We'll come back again.
Yeah, we're still
Maybe
looking for
they'll
hot
call
spots.
it a fire sale.
Yeah, a fire sale. Man, I'm telling you. But Dennis tells me there's another motel right down the road, a couple miles that we can probably get into.
There we go.
So
not all is lost.
Not all is lost, baby. We're going to make it anyway. I'm looking forward to the barbecue. Not to mention the conversation in the fellowship of the Blue Dot, baby.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say I'm more looking forward to conversations than barbecue, but then again, barbecue's pretty fucking
barbecue's
rad.
always good. Barbecue is always appreciated, buddy. It's always there.
Show and tell camp.
That's it. That's it. How you doing, Lone Wolf?
I'm sitting here listening.
Oh, good deal, buddy. Are you enjoying yourself?
I will be.
There you go. There you go. Don't hesitate to spark that bugger up.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
I got all kinds of doctor's appointments in July because I put everything off until I got back. So.
You won't be making. That's all right, darling. You will be there highly in spirit.
Yep.
And we appreciate that. So.
Hi, John.
Hello,
Hope the move went well.
Oh, it did, Keith.
Yes, it went real good.
It did, Keith.
It went quick too. Went pretty fast.
Everything got done in under an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't count the rigging the poles up and down and stuff, that takes a little time.
Well, no, they got here what time?
They got here at about 8.
8. When we walked back inside, it was 9.
So,
it
about
was,
an hour.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man, faster he did it.
Slogan, make it happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was such a relief to get it done, and not only that, it looks better out there now because he got to raise the flagpole. See, on top of that house, there's been a flagpole. Actually, it's an antenna pole. To put the toe pusher's antenna up there so you can get radio waves from the office. Anyway,
I knew that come off a drilling rig.
Yep, that's a toe pusher house, man. That's exactly what that thing is.
Look familiar.
Yeah, it's a house built for somebody to live in.
Yep.
Yeah, just a nasty, gnarly old toe pusher. It probably got grease all over the place, but no, it's pretty good. It's got paneling on the inside, and it has now it has 2 rooms basically. One big main room because we took out several walls that allows for one end to be a bedroom and the center to be your living quarters.
Yeah, pretty much a living room. That's where our computers are and floor space to sit on because we don't have a table, but that's fine because we've always sat on the floor anyway. And then the other room is where all of our reptiles stay.
Yeah, that's the reptile
and where
room.
we keep them taken care of, and that way they're not consistently in the way of company and all that other shit when people come in and visit and stuff. So, nope, it's a nerdy. It went from the most probably testosterone building you can think of to a nerd house. So, who would have thunk it, right? Shit.
His next project now is a privacy fence because now that he's away from that area that was, heavily brush over there, trees and stuff where you couldn't see the front entrance.
Yeah, now I got to say hello world to the neighbors.
Open that door, there it is.
I don't like that shit.
But the old boy that owns the property said that when I texted him the other day, I said, hey, the job is done. The building is off your property. And he texted back that was great, that he was going to have a fence crew come out. So that's going to be the next thing. We're going to wait for his fence crew to come out. And if they put a fence up here where my fence used to be, well, then I'm not going to have to put my fence back up. I'll just use his fence. Well,
and
that'll be nice.
Yeah, and we get to use our leftover fence material for something else.
Well, we could do so. I could put another cross fence up in the front yard and put boomer.
Yeah, Oh yeah, there you go.
boom
So
right
that way
there.
they can both have the front yard at the same time again.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's now his fence, not yours, John.
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah. I'm trying to play it off like, okay, I don't want no beef with any neighbor that might move out here. I'm just waiting to see if it's really going to happen. You know, there was supposed to be a house built up there a long time ago, and it didn't happen. And so now we're going to wait and see what happens. But,
We just want to see if that 30-day threat he made was valid.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in, because he kind of said, well, you got 30 days to move it. Well, okay. 30 days is gone. I ain't seen no activity yet, so that'll be my little thorn in my side to go, you shit, you know.
It's done.
Yeah, it's
over.
done.
You did your part.
That's it, baby. That's the thing I can rely on, that I don't have to worry about it now. It's done, and it was my mistake to begin with. So you own up to that shit. If you're making it, make a mistake like that, that's all you can do. You know, I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot with anybody around here.
Hey, it's just a normal thing. Okay, there's a mistake. I can fix this.
That's
and
it.
do what you need to do.
Yeah, I don't think he thought I could,
Yeah, I think they were pulling we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I think he wanted to buy the building from me, and that just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So.
I'd like to have one of them units myself.
Oh, a lot of people would love to have something like that, because you can pick it up, put it on a truck, drive it anywhere, and drop it off, and walk right in. There you go. You're home.
Yeah, I grew up in one.
Oh, did you? I'm telling you, they're solid as a rock.
Yeah, my dad went. That's where we went.
Yeah, that's it. The oil field moves around. That's how come it's called the tool pusher's house. They don't care where the roughneck sleeps. He's out on his own. Back in those
The dog
days.
house.
Yeah, they're in the doghouse, baby, catching a nap on the floor there. But
in mud pit. Now I like the mud pit myself.
well, I'd be down there by the Bayroid sacks, where they make the mud. I'd make me a tunnel down in there. Yeah, that's what because I worked. For those that don't know, I worked what they called relief tower on a drilling rig. This was back in the 70s, and the relief tower would work 2 days, 2 evening shifts, and then 2 morning shifts, and then you'd have your 2 days off. And so 2 of those nights would be in the middle of the night. And if you're drilling, it takes a while for that bit to get down, to go down 30 feet sometimes if you're in a hard surface down there. So you had a little time between. Anyway, it was fun. It was the most fun you could have on a drilling rig ever. Anyway, I digress off.
I was only 6 years old.
No shit. I'd never been on a drilling rig floor the day I got my job up there. I got it up there because an old boy had got killed, and so they were a guy short. And back then, if you had a hard hat and steel-toed shoes, get on the floor and go to work. That was it. Yeah, it was a strange life for a while.
I got a question for you, John. What'd you guys do with that flatbed you hooked onto?
That was it. That big trailer. The flatbed
truck.
The flatbed trailer.
The big flatbed. He brought a big trailer. If you seen when he was poling up and down, they had a cable. The cable attached to that trailer, so he could pull his poles up. Pull them gin poles up. A pole truck like that can lift its poles without something like that by just using the pulley system. But when you do that, it puts a tremendous strain on the poles, because it's almost a straight pull back on the poles. So either that thing is going to stand up or it's going to crater, and it could go either way. So a good driver, the only reason he brought that trailer with him, and it was a huge trailer, was just to drop the trailer and be able to hook onto the trailer with his line, and then be able to gin his poles up with no trouble. So yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Just brought that big old trailer just as an anchor.
I didn't understand what it was for until I finally saw it, because you were trying to explain it to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's a trailer.
If you try to pull up a pole truck that size,
As a dead weight.
Yeah, as a dead weight, you're pulling straight back on those poles. Now it will stand up, and 9 times out of 10 they will stand up. But that 10th time, you don't want to be standing around when those things crater. It's very dangerous. So,
really quick here, is Trump at Camp David?
What's it?
Because he did a tweet 11
Not
hours
anymore.
ago.
He went.
Yeah, it was
golfing.
yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was there, but then he went golfing.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was golfing while he was there, I think.
Yeah,
How much did that cost?
Didn't he tweet this morning that he was in church?
Yeah, because like 11 hours ago, he goes, "Wonderful church service at Camp David. Thank you."
Yes.
So like that just weirded me out.
He went to church up there, and then he went golfing. Not at Camp David, but at one of his resorts.
Of course.
I can tell you though.
Okay.
They checked that the schedule of the Camp David is just the place they don't set up church just when Trump comes. They have church services there.
Yeah.
So if Trump made the tweet at 8:20, that would have mean it was in the middle of the Catholic service, which they have at Camp David at 8 o'clock. And Trump wasn't at no Catholic service.
No.
So the service at Camp David for the Protestant is at 9:30. So it was just a total fucking bald-faced, easily provable lie. He was never in church. He woke up and he dragged his ass to his property and then sent the bill to the government for our money.
Trump and his minions are not Christian.
No, they're not.
No.
Christians. No, they're not patriots either.
And this is the day after someone else comes forward and accuses him of rape.
Yeah. There's another story. Of course, that ain't true because she ain't pretty enough, I'm sure, and that's what he'll say.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said, "Oh, Trump would never go for her because she's not pretty."
Yeah.
While there's a picture of Trump with his hands all over her, half up her twat from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's saying he never met her. That's the level that we're operating at here.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what the truth is to Donnie. Donnie lies about everything. He makes up bullshit, and that's it. He sticks by his story. It's like that song. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Doesn't matter how many, pieces of proof you put up there to prove the alternate or the opposite of whatever he's, that's him. That's all he does.
John, you had mentioned at the beginning of all of this about his immigration policy with children. And the story that has come out about these children in the last few days is just astounding. It's absurd. And then he does this Chuck Todd interview and tries to blame everything on Obama.
Yeah. Well, they were doing this under Obama. Yeah.
Yes.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
And he's the one that put the children back together, the children and the families back together.
He's a lying
can't help
sack
but
of
lie.
shit.
There was a difference with Obama.
You know what?
I mean,
Travis, I'm so sorry that you share a birthday with this man because there's no way in hell that your personality could be anything close to what his personality is as far as being born under the sign of Gemini. I too am a Gemini. I've known a lot of Gemini men. Most of them lie their teeth out. I hope you're not like that.
No, he's not like that.
My husband's not like that either.
No.
Thank God.
Listen,
Thank God.
this is the 21st century. We can give up on trying to classify people by what constellation the sun was in when they were born.
I'm just saying.
We need to get
being
past
Gemini
that
myself and knowing quite a few Gemini
That's for
men and
entertainment
knowing that they
purposes
lie
only.
their asses off.
Yeah.
They're
married two of them.
intellectual. They're intellectual. They're witty as hell. Trump is neither of those. He's a lying sack of shit.
That's exactly
and
what
I
he
cannot
is.
wait until this man is out of this house.
That's it.
On
That's it.
that same venue with the children, if that had been any American home,
no. You'd have your kids
you
taken away.
would be absolutely. And what I don't understand is why some of these attorneys don't take state and federal law and prosecute for child endangerment.
I'll tell you why.
And wrongful death.
I'll tell you exactly what this is about. It's about money, baby. $775 per child per day. It's a lot of money, especially you've got them standing in there, standing room only, and you're not giving them shit. You'll make a lot of profit. And on that note,
that the only thing that matters to this man is the color green.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
it.
Amazing.
It's money. It's how much money he can make.
Now there's 6 dead children.
Yeah. How long are we going to
As
wait?
an Aquarian,
Is it 7?
That we know. That we know.
That those kids are feeling, and it's so wrong and so un-American.
That's what it is. It is.
No, I have to question that. It is American. You know, I don't know how I know that.
Well,
because we've done this.
We've done it before, but not in such a vile way. I mean, the internment. If that's where you're going,
you're wrong.
If you're going towards that internment,
our entire history. You have to remember, this country was built on slavery.
Oh yes, I'm not arguing that point. No.
No, just stop and think about this. They're not going through anything more than what people who went through slavery are going through.
Yeah.
Or the Native Americans.
Or the Native Americans.
Or the Native Americans. Or anybody else that the so-called American people
But this is 2019. This country should not be standing for any of this bullshit.
You're absolutely right.
We're at a point in our history where
it didn't go anywhere. It never stopped. That's the problem.
That's the fight.
This shit has never fucking stopped.
Never does, and that's the fight since this nation began for the rights of all of us. Nobody got all their rights on the first day except the white landowner. That's who got their rights. Everybody else has fought for them, for tooth and nail for the 200 and some odd years this country's been in existence. So yeah, it's not pretty, and it never has been pretty.
Nope.
But it's those that pick up the banner and try to move it forward that progresses the nation, and that's what I'm saying. At this time in our history, this shit should not be tolerated at all.
We could bitch about it all we want to, but until people get in the streets and start marching, it is not going to change. Unless you are making your voice heard, it's not going to change.
That's
not
true.
One damn bit.
That's true. It's our voice that changes this shit. I want to
give
a quick.
In the Republican world, I'm sorry, John.
No, go ahead.
In the Republican world, they still live in the aspect of the plantation owner.
Yeah.
If you're black, if you're Hispanic, if you're other than them, you are rejected.
Yeah. A lot of people don't appreciate or don't see the privilege that they have being white, what they call white privilege.
They don't.
You know, a lot of people, well, I don't have any privilege. Oh, baby, yes you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Every white person in this country has white privilege in it, and that's evident, as I've pointed out before, the difference between when I get pulled over by a cop and when Maestro gets pulled over by a cop. That's a different situation and a different feeling. I can't put myself in his shoes.
It's evident to me every day that I'm alive and I live in America.
Yeah. And
every day.
And it's, you know, at some point in our country, in the world history, you would think we put that stuff to rest. But
my color didn't matter when they drafted me.
Yeah, no. When you're down there, baby, it doesn't matter what color you are. By the way,
everybody remembers. Yeah,
you were just gun fodder.
Yeah, you're fodder, baby. A bullet.
Everybody remembers.
I knew how to duck.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers the Navajo code talkers.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they were great.
There was a decent chance that we would have had a much less chance of beating the Japanese as badly as we did in the Pacific because of the Navajo code talkers. And I know everybody loves my fucking history lecture.
Oh, of course we do,
but
Mitch.
Hear me out. The Navajo code talkers used to talk in open channel. They didn't have to encrypt because only very, very few people, no one in Japan, knew Navajo.
Nobody knows what
there was only one family, 20 or 30 people who spoke this language. Now they're all gone, by the way, and that language has been all forgotten. But if it wasn't for them, or they were a contributing factor, people that we slaughtered, people that we displaced, people that we put in concentration camps and call them reservations.
Oh no, yes.
Our history is rife with this.
Oh yes.
No, we could. Yes, it is.
We could start from the day that we landed here with the Native Americans.
Military.
And it continues under this president. with his racist marks when he came down the escalators.
Yeah. Well, he feeds on
with,
that.
With
and before I get carried away, I want to give David Robertson a shout out for donating $5 through Super Chat. We appreciate it, David, and looking forward to seeing your butt down in San Antonio next month. And so we really appreciate that, David. But throughout our history,
terrible,
baby.
John, I feel terrible. I was really gonna make an effort to come to the meetup, but unfortunately, my assignment in Texas ended, and I am.
Well, we're sorry to hear that, but
I'll be there in spirit. You know.
You bet you.
You know, I'd have been right there with you
guys. Oh yeah. We know you will be. I know a lot of our Blue Dot families will be there in spirit. I'm looking forward to the meeting those that can make it. Texas is, and San Antonio's a long way from anywhere, especially if you're outside of Texas. It's a long way even if you live in Texas. So, we understand that totally. And your situation changed where, that opportunity is no longer there. But who knows? Maybe another one will come up.
Dude, I may have a gig in Houston. So
there you go.
That may happen. Well, maybe back in Texas after all.
I talked to my brother out in Tennessee. He was thinking about trying to make arrangements to drive over and see us, but we'll see. We're waiting on a lot of. Rose is working on a little graphic that we can put up on Facebook and stuff that says where we're going, and what time and the address and all that stuff. So we'll get that out sooner or later here.
I'll be with you from here in Minnesota.
There you go, baby. I'll be sitting next to a lot of people, smiling, eating
and
barbecue.
And those of us in Northern Cali will be with you too.
There you go, baby. There you go. I'm really looking forward to it. I am. I'm looking forward to a night out of town. That's what I'm looking for. I get to go meet up with people that I've spoke to but haven't met, and I just learned to love, and I get a night out from town. And everybody knows when you're away from town, well, shit, you can rest real easy because nobody knows your name.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Anybody else gonna watch what's that? What?
We know you, John. You're the man.
I appreciate it, buddy.
The truth.
All right.
I should pick up my boyfriend in Minnesota because I have to add that to the map on the truck. Pick you up in Minnesota like in December.
There you go.
And we'll spend Christmas in Texas.
There you go.
Travis told me, come down at Christmas time, okay? It's not as hot.
Yeah, it's not as
definitely in the winter season's a lot better.
Yeah, we have a lot of snowbirds down here. People come down here and stay in South Texas, just like they do in South Florida or Arizona and stuff. Anywhere where it's warm,
A Minnesota invasion of Texas.
There you go.
We're gonna make you purple.
It would, yeah. There you go. We're working on it, baby. We're trying to turn it blue. We got a good shot again in 2020. MJ Hager's, I really like that lady. I think she's got a big. Did anybody see Mayor Pete on TV this evening? He was in. Yeah, that didn't look good. That did not look good. He was at a town hall there in South Bend. Yeah, over a couple of police shootings, one that happened last week and then one happened this morning. And it was a very emotional town hall. A lot of hollering going on, a lot of emotions pouring out, and Buttigieg had to sit up there and respond. If you can't handle that room, you're going to be hard pressed to handle the country. Excuse me.
You're excused?
No, I'm sorry. You cut my mic because I had to cough.
Hey, Travis.
Yes.
You in the green room.
Thank you for the heads up.
I think we lost Jen and Sparky's are down.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Let me get to that.
Although we may live in a city or metropolitan area, there are people who are hurting. People in rural states don't realize that.
Well, a lot of people out in the country don't see that. Because what does homeless look like out in the country? You don't see that much of it. It's in our cities and metropolitan areas that you're going to see that concentration of humanity like that. And shit, you just start thinking to yourself with the children in lockup, the homeless situations we have, veterans on the street, and all this stuff that we have to deal with to fix our house, and we can't do anything about it because of the idiots, the people that are in there now, Donnie the dickhead and Mitch McConnell, and the cowards that are in the Republican Party right now. That is what is stopping us from progressing this country. And
what about with Cuba? My husband always wanted me to go. He was going to sneak me through Mexico and stuff.
Yeah.
But now it was open, and I kept thinking, I was saying, what would Charlie think?
That was great.
But my neighbor just came back from just before they said you can't go again. So she went to Cuba and said it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And she went before he took back the ban. You can't go there now.
Yeah. No, I was too. I was looking at the opening up of Cuba as a great thing. Hell, that's great. A lot of people want to go visit. It's right there in the Caribbean. It's 90 miles off the coast. You can get there real easy, and a lot of people have an interest in going there, including myself. And no, Donnie, put out a tweet, and it's all over with, baby. Ships had to pull out and all that crap. It's go ahead.
Cuba should be
only
the
because
51st
Obama had lifted the ban to go to Cuba. That's the only reason why he did that.
We need to make Puerto Rico the 51st state. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, that's Puerto Rico's
They're
long
all
on the.
citizens.
Yes, they're all American citizens. Yes, they just don't have a right to vote in the presidential elections.
They do.
It's taxation without representation. Is exactly what it is. We have territories like
go to Canada.
What's that?
Yeah, but if they come,
go to Canada, you can still go to Cuba.
Can you from there? Yeah, there's no.
That's how my husband, he and his mother used to drive to Canada, and they would mail packages to Cuba from there.
Wow.
And then when his brother was being released, I sent a lot of money. We sent it through the Miami connection, back and forth to get them out.
Wow. See, Cuba's, we got a rich history in this country with Cubans.
Here in Minnesota, we have to go to Canada just to get our drug medicines for our senior citizens.
Yeah. Well, drug prices are a whole other, it's a ball of wax. If we start like I said just a second ago, if we look at all the problems that we have to fix, it's overwhelming almost when you think of all the crap that has to be repaired, everything from our health care to the environment to our laws to everything. It has to be fixed. Because
who brings up all of this
the Republic can't last
politics
long.
And not for human rights.
Right.
Travis, we lost Jen again.
I'm getting to it.
Jen's having problems. She's having problems with Discord, she says.
Oh shit. We have several people having problems with Discord.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I don't know. Hey John, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you, darling?
I'm okay.
Good.
Just when you go down next month, have an extra rib for me.
I will certainly do that. Jan, I certainly will do that. I'll eat as much as I can for everybody.
Long rib or short rib?
I have to go get me rib.
I'm getting the brisket and sausage and ribs. That's what I'm
already
thinking.
Plotting it out, aren't you?
With some potato salad, some beans, plenty of jalapenos. Need some jalapenos. Onions.
Do they deliver?
Yeah. Yeah, just go to the airport and wait, baby. They'll show up right there. What's that? Who's?
Oh God, I have to go to Baltimore.
Who's doing that? What's the name of that company that delivers food? Grubhub. Call Grubhub. I'm sure they'll bring it to you if you've got the money to pay for that airline ticket.
Right.
I'm sure they'll figure out.
You guys have got to record this.
Oh yeah, that's. Why do you think I'm there? Dad doesn't want me there for a good time. He wants me there to film.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, we want the whole thing filmed, and we're gonna play it by ear. I'm figuring there'll be a podium there. I'll get up, make a big grand speech, or no bullshit. It's all.
Okay, Donnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis.
Yes.
My crowds are the biggest crowds. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Hey, Travis, get him a keg, stand up, sit in front of him just for his podium.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'll take my parrot and have him.
You're gonna have to make a whole scene out of it if we're gonna do that.
Bring Fred and put Fred on my shoulder and put my foot on the keg. All right, you mateys.
Dad, I'm gonna give you a heads up, Dad. You got I think about a 7-minute warning before we're gonna just go straight to Discord because you got your thing at 8 o'clock.
I got a thing at 8 o'clock tonight. So.
And if everybody else should have a thing at 8 o'clock, there's gonna be a really wicked, awesome special on CNN tonight.
We do. We have a family thing going on tonight, and a guest coming over to sit down together and eat popcorn and watch the Apollo 11 show that's gonna be on CNN tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 50 years ago.
I wish I had cable.
Yeah, so all of us that were old or young back then can sit down, and it's supposed to have additional footage of the lunar landing. And
did you hear what YouTube is doing?
Yeah, well, there you go.
What's
Here's your
YouTube
chance.
doing, Jen?
What's that, Jen?
NASA and YouTube have gotten together, and NASA is going to broadcast the entire launch to landing for an entire week on YouTube.
Oh, that's
so that you can tune in and catch every minute.
That would be pretty
I'm gonna
good.
have
So
to
you can
watch
stop
that.
in there
Holy
and
shit!
check. Yeah, because it was it was a tense time in America back then because everybody we all knew what that shot meant. To the moon. Now we don't even think about it. Shit, they go up every other day. But back then,
just thinking about it.
Yeah, it was like, wow, you could sit out there and look at the moon and go, that's where they're going. And how does this all work?
I have the Life magazine. Yeah. I have an original Life magazine. A boyfriend, his father worked for the delivery company and for Gannett newspapers, and he gave me, I still have it, the moon landing.
Boy,
I think I opened it twice in all these years.
Anytime anybody brings up Life magazine, I bow my head in shame. Because in 1981, I sold, because I had to, I had the very first issue of Life magazine with the subscription things, the little tabs in there, the very first issue that ever came out. And this was right before Life turned 50, I think.
I don't know. This story is new to me, so I'm intrigued.
It was one of my little trinkets that I had to sell. You go through life, sometimes you got to do that shit. But it was the stories I remember in it, the automobile, advertisements in it and everything. I hate that because I like to hang on to shit like that. I still have I have newspapers from the day the war ended.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I got several.
We have the Kennedy papers.
I got a Life magazine from after Kennedy was assassin.
Wow.
Right over here in the drawer.
Yeah.
I've got the newspapers from Seattle Times on Kennedy's shootings.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I was too young to realize.
The only earliest I can think of is I know somewhere we have newspapers after 9/11.
Yeah, we have all
that other stuff packed away.
Yeah, a lot of stuff from that. But
when Americans dream, black, white, people together, we can do so much.
We can do everything.
And go forward.
That's
but what we are being dragged down into is the swamp.
That's exactly.
Of some people.
Donnie's.
We can do better.
We can do a whole lot better.
Move forward.
And that's what we will do. That's what we all have to do. Oh, you don't put up names up there.
Yeah, got to make sure we're on time this time around. No, I just did it.
Not my fault. It's his fault. He's making me do it.
No, because that way we can chill out and Discord for a little bit before we go.
I have company coming over, and we're going to sit around, and we made a thing out of it, so I've got to be there. So don't want to be rude.
Velda, that Life magazine you saved, in mint condition, you can get about $10 for that on eBay because everybody saved them.
Everybody saved them.
Jeez.
I got a better deal on mine. I must say that. I sold that copy, if I remember correctly, I got $100 for it because it had all of the little inside.
All the little tags.
The little tags and stuff that they put in there.
Do you remember around the time you sold that?
It was about 1981.
Okay, so that was 80s money.
Yeah, that's 80s.
80s money. So
yeah,
that
really
$100
was a lot.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, this guy collected, and I,
well, wait. If he collected, he probably went sucker.
Probably did. Probably did. Story
John,
of my life. Yes, sir.
Run for office.
Run for I can't, Keith. They got to pass the he needed slapping law before I can run for office. Somebody's gonna say something to me. I'll have to slap the shit out of
it. Make it happen.
You got on my last nerve, and I had to slap the shit out
right
of him.
up, but that's it. Well, how come you to slap him? Well, he needed slapping, Judge. That's the way that works. We can all run every day of our life. We can all run for office, and it's just called how we live our life. Just try to reach out and help whoever you can when you can. Be kind to people, and hope the best for everybody. But the situations that are going on now, this is something that this country's got to address. And I'm going to tell you the truth, it's weighing heavily on my mind. This is going on 100 something miles away from my house. This is bullshit that we should hear stories of children being treated like that. That's just ridiculous. And it's our voice that has to get louder.
Yeah, and they're taking their medicine and their clothing away from them too.
Yeah,
so
this is, it's ridiculous.
We go give them some clothes.
That's I've thought about that. Donations and toothbrushes, toothpaste, all that kind of stuff that the government just the other day said, well, we can't give them that. That's luxury items. Are you shitting me?
You might be passing some shit to them.
Yeah,
Auschwitz. That's what the people did to the Jewish people.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, this is the old adage of bad things happen when good people say nothing. So we're good people, so we need to say plenty. We need to stand up for this shit. This is, and that's how come every day we stand up and we try to do the best life that we can live, and do what we can to further the cause. But I can't get away from it. It's weighing heavy on my heart that shit's going on. It really brings you down when you stop to think about it. But anyway, all right, I got to cut it off. He says he's over there going, you better head. It's Sunday night, baby. We got to get ready for another week of this shit. There ain't no telling what's going to happen, but it's going to be a bunch of crap, and it's going to be some other bullshit that tries to make him look like he's the hero of some situation that he starts. And that's the whole story of his whole presidency, is just creating fires so he can act like he's putting them out. I understand he wrote a real beautiful letter to Kim Jong-un, so hey, we got that scenario coming up. Anyway, love all y'all. Appreciate y'all giving us your precious time, to tune in and listen to us for a while and participate in the conversation. I hope they get that fixed so we get all the conversation up here on the board so I can see it, because I'll have to review the Facebook anyway. I'm going to head over to the Discord channel there for a while and talk to everybody there for a few minutes. But y'all have a good night's sleep, and enjoy and get ready for tomorrow, baby. We start this shit all over again.
Again?
Again. We got to do it again.
Shit.
I'm telling you. It's never ending. Y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all later.